All right, we're in the house, y'all. Black Power family. This is the general. Y'all know what time it is. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sara Seti. DVDs, T-shirts, hoodies, uh, African jewelry, African and Kemetic jewelry. We also got home organic, holistic tonics and remedies for the family, African art, and home decor. We got a lot of nice products out there for the family, guaranteed. You understand? You're going to love. Get on over there, kingseti.com. Check me out. To the family out there, we know what time it is. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, the complete General Seti website, over 800 videos and lectures, all the hot topics. Too Raw for YouTube, the Making of the White Man series, all the debates, all world religions, ancient Egypt, Ethiopia, India, uh, the old Mex Black Power politics and economics, that gas. You know what I'm saying? The Black Woman is God series, all the series that is over there. You know what I'm saying? And then we got other behind the scenes, all the radio and video interviews, so much. And so guaranteed to be high power for the African revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, Sara Seti, and General Seti. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I go live, and get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. You feel me? And make sure you get over there to my Patreon. We dropped a very hard one tonight. Ain't gonna be no liberation without confrontation. And then y'all niggas don't want that. Even though everybody else around the world is confronting motherfuckers about whatever they need to stay in control, they confront motherfuckers. And so we don't confront because we don't have no aspirations outside of wallowing around in the belly of the beast. You see what I'm saying? That's what we want to do. Waddle around in the belly of the beast. And so today we're going to be dealing with a very, very powerful topic. You know, a very, very powerful topic. What will be the outcome of the United States threatening Russia and China to go to war? You know what I'm saying? What will be the outcome of that? Now, a lot of people don't understand that these are areas, that our people have dominated from very, very many thousands and thousands of years. You see, many thousands of years. When you're talking about the monsoon taking our peoples from the east coast of Africa, even coming around from the west coast. You know what I'm saying? Coming around South Africa, going up that Mozambique channel, because there's a lot of strong currents going up through, taking them into India, taking them into, and so these is the modern names of these nations. But in the ancient of time, these were actually African nation, Kushite nations, and it was documented. We go over it again and again and again and again and again. Not by one or two motherfuckers, hundreds and thousands of people. And significant at that document from the ancient time that these areas were under Kushite control. Okay? And so today, there's a very, there's a brewing military war that's going on. You understand what I'm saying? A military conflict, you understand, that could happen at any given time based on this area. Now, the area we talking about, the two combatants, is Russia and the United States, China. You see, all nuclear capable. And so you see right now, you got all these goddamn crazed maniacs. Got a bunch of and see that goes with our people not claiming our divine destiny and our divine identity, and reclaiming our responsibility to the universe, being the caretakers and the custodians of this planet. You didn't let this beast acquire so much destructive power. You know what I'm saying? Destructive power to where many hundreds of millions of people lives are at stake today. Many hundreds of people, millions, hundreds of millions of lives, our babies, because y'all, you want to lay right here under the beast. You understand what I'm saying? You want to lay right here under the beast, and they ready to go upside his head. You understand right now? I want to give a shout out to the brother Renard Jackson for showing the general some love. Thank you, brother, for your donation. There, that brother is. I got to show him, put him up there, and respect due to that king. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. And we've been sitting up over here under the belly of the goddamn in the gut of this goddamn beast. You know what I'm saying? Ain't making no moves. And they ready to drop a couple bombs on his ass. You understand what I'm saying? And you sitting up here and you ain't, they don't give a goddamn about you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They'll drop it on your ass too. And so when we look at, the cities that's you know, most possible to be nuked first, and I'm gonna just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You got DC, you got DC, you got New York, you got LA, you got Houston, you got San Francisco, you got Chicago. All areas, where you got large populations of blacks. You understand what I'm saying? You got large populations of blacks, and that was just the top. There's a lot of cities that's on the list. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cities that's on the list that's going to get there. If you know what I'm saying? Because of the capabilities of that city, what they produce in that city. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's machinery, whether it's some form of, technology and this, that, and the third. And so, they woof. They woof. And so here we looking at, a lot of people don't understand that, United States is already over there in the South China Sea, right up under China. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that the United States got goddamn thousands of hundreds, if not thousands of army bases all over the goddamn planet. You know what I'm saying? So they already there in a smaller capacity than what they intended to build up. You know what I'm saying? And so, China over there, they didn't put a few little man-made islands out there. You understand what I'm saying? To try to get some stake in the game over there. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm going to tell y'all this. I've studied military history and science. That don't mean, I'm no great, and I've studied strategy. That don't, I don't want nobody to think, but I'm not stupid. To think that I'm some master, but I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I believe that I've spoken many times before that make me very, very, important to the mind state of our people in dealing with these type of predicaments. I'm not stupid as to what's going on. You see what I'm saying? And so, when you talk about, the United States being over there in a smaller goddamn, and they're intending to build up over there. And so, when you're talking about it could go down at any given point in time. That's why they're coming up out of Afghanistan. They're coming up out the Middle East because they didn't beat them motherfuckers up. They really didn't even have to be over there to that capacity, but they was raping all that Hayron out of Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? They didn't about suck half the goddamn oil out of goddamn Iraq. You know what I'm saying? They didn't sucked about half the, and so they really don't have to be over there because them people ain't really got, they really can't beat the beast. You know what I'm saying? They really can't beat the beast. They talk, they is the beast, but they can't beat the big beast. They the little beast and they can't beat the big beast. And so he goes and runs over there and whoop them and shit. And he could do that at any given time. But he see that, when you're dealing with China, that, is a, for them, is a very specific time that they got. You know what I'm saying? Because, even though the United States got, bases over there, they don't have the man like they need to have to get a man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have as many soldiers over there in case some shit pop off. You know what I'm saying? To really be fucking with no China, who got, close to 2 billion people over there. You know what I'm saying? So in start, they already doing it. They got military bases in Australia. They're gonna build more. They're gonna build more over there in Australia. You see what I'm saying? You got Guam, but you got military bases in the Philippines. You got military bases in Japan. You know what I'm South Korea, Singapore, and you know what I'm saying? And so they already over there. So they're gonna start strengthening those particular areas. They already doing it now. And so China is in a predicament too, because they woofing, both of them woofing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But if China allows the United States I don't give a fuck what, you got to understand that this is what it is. If they allow them to get, enough soldiers over there, you understand, people talking about they might go into Taiwan and this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? And really, who gives a fuck? They can have that goddamn island. That ain't gonna stop shit if they already over there in the areas that we see them in right now. One little fucking island ain't gonna make no difference. You know what I'm saying? But for the sake of that they didn't offer they support to this island and have been offering their support for this island. Whether they willing to go to war with China over that piece of island is yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But they understanding that China is building up and that they gonna want to be recognized as a world power, and they're not gonna be recognized as a world power if they got the United States sitting out there in front of their doorway like the fuck they like they looking right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't see nobody parked outside of the United States at all. You don't. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like, the way they doing it. That's just like, China had bases on every island in the goddamn Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? So they right there at their door. You understand what I'm saying? They right there at their door. But they not armed enough. You understand what I'm saying? If China probably wanted to jump on them, you understand, they'd be hard fetched to try to fend them off. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, they probably gonna try to, man them, get more, get more bases in the area, get more soldiers in the area, get more weaponry in the area. You understand what I'm saying? And China knows it got a window. You understand what I'm saying? Because if the United States arm up over there like they can, then it's gonna come down to nuclear war. They ain't gonna be able to. They both almost evenly matched. You know what I'm saying? Evenly matched in many respects. You know what I'm saying? They both evenly matched to certain respect. China got more of a man base, but United States, the beast, been fucking with these goddamn bombs and shit for a very long time. So we're not assuming that, what I'm saying, that, they just gonna roll over. That's just the beast. These are two beasts. Understand what I'm saying? We not I'm not rooting for none of these motherfuckers. The only reason, our peoples is here. You know what I'm saying? And under that understanding, then we got to, I'm not rooting for no motherfucking China. Most definitely not rooting for them to launch nothing over here on our people like that. I want our people to get their shit together and get the fuck up out the belly of the beast. You laying up over here and you just waiting. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got nothing to do with the goddamn beef. You so in love with this Neanderthal, you don't even understand that you gonna pay the price that this motherfucker did, you gonna pay the price for his motherfucking sins. You ain't got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting you know, based on what's happening out there, that's this is what's going down right now. Is that they trying to, arm all these motherfucking bases that they got over there, and they building man-made bases too. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be putting man-made bases out there, and they're gonna try to suffocate them motherfucking Chinese, to where they ain't gonna come out the motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? And so they know they ain't got much time. They can wolf and shit, but it will be to the point where it'll come down to nuclear warfare. That's what it'll come down to. And that's what they pushing even the Russians. People don't understand. They all the way up in them in their house. You know what I'm saying? They all the way up there in their house. You know what I'm saying? They was instrumental in bringing down the Soviet Union. I remember when I was growing up and shit, when the fucking Soviet Union was still, and I seen the motherfucker when it fall, when it fell, under all the motherfucker Gorbachev and all of that shit, and Ronald Reagan and the motherfucker that came after, and how big it was, but it failed. You know what I'm saying? And the United States was instrumental in bringing it down, but they not done. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't understand that when you look at Russia, Russia is the continuation of Constantinople. You know what I'm saying? When Constantinople fell, then Russia became basically the capital of that, that orthodoxy and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the West been fighting with the East. You understand what I'm saying, for a long time now, and so they intend to, to ass into Siberia if they can, push their ass on off into to the Pacific Ocean if they can. You know what I'm saying? So now they want to go into Ukraine, and that's damn near like a motherfucker going into Mexico, going into Canada. And so they want, they mission is full control. That's obvious when you gonna push a motherfucker like that, knowing that the United States would have been bombed the motherfucker trying to go into the Caribbean and set up shop. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that they would have been bombed any motherfucker trying to go into Mexico and Canada, any of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, you pushing a motherfucker that got a whole lot of bombs. And so what the fuck? I mean, these people's is suicidal. They literally suicidal. And when you start talking about population control, goddamn it, if it ain't the plague floating around this motherfucker, then they got, they could be launching all type of bombs and shit. You understand, to achieve the means, but to what end? You know what I'm saying? To what end? You're gonna poison the planet, and then this show you the sickness in all of them. It shows you the sickness in the United States. It shows you the sickness in Russia. It shows you the sickness in any of these nations that have this type of armament, nuclear armament, chemical and biological warfare that could damn near wipe out the planet. That's not no goddamn technology. And people look at these motherfuckers as somehow they intellectually advanced because they done created shit to destroy the goddamn planet. These are psychomaniacs. These are psychomaniacs. And it's just like, you got a motherfucker right now, that's jugging at another motherfucker that could literally hit a button at any given time and wipe out hundreds of goddamn cities on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Russia and goddamn China got the capability of destroying this motherfucker. The people that don't, you will be living in the goddamn stone age. And when you come up out this motherfucker, the goddamn earth will be full of poison because the goddamn, the atmosphere will be full of all kind of toxins and shit that your motherfucker can't breathe. You understand what I'm saying? And so you are going to deplete the fucking planet of all life. And this shows you the very sickness in these people. And if you cannot look at that for what it is, the very sickness in these people, that have all these armaments. And so what we looking at, you're looking at this, this so-called, this, over 1/3 maritime economics all is coming through this South China Sea. And so, they know, whoever owns this, and controls this area, if China takes control of the South China Sea, United States will no longer be number one. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? They know that. They can have all of, but that's gonna knock down a very large part of trade. You understand what I'm saying? With the world, and a whole lot of other nations gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? And so they ain't willing to go back. You know what I'm saying? Because when you didn't did so much dirt in the world, you understand what I'm saying? When you done so much dirt in the world, you can't fall off, nigga, because you got it coming. You understand what I'm saying? So you see all these alliances, Britain and fucking they was already there. You got all these fucking alliances, Britain, Australia. You got the Germans and all of them because they know what the fuck is about to happen. They can give it up. They can give it up. They can give it up. They know a lot. They starting to lose a lot of they colonies and shit, and that's where they got control of the South China Sea anyway when they colonized. You know what I'm saying? And of course, North Korea, that's China. You know what I'm saying? It was goddamn China that gave them damn, gave Korea all that shit. Don't nobody be fooled. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, just be real about it. We know that China armed North Korea. Ain't nobody no goddamn fool. But what would you expect them to do? What would you expect them to do? You gonna let you gonna let them take over North Korea so they could be right there at your doorstep? A lot of people got to understand that many of them cities that the greatest Chinese cities is right there on that coastline. You know what I'm saying? Sea of Japan, what they call the Sea of Japan, right over there. Many of them cities is right there. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what, like, even Ukraine is not that damn far, from Moscow. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you ain't that far. And so you pushing up, you pushing up on these people for real. You know what I'm saying? You pushing up on you take over Ukraine and you arm Ukraine, then literally shit, you got armament within, a few, I don't know how far Ukraine is from Moscow, but it ain't that damn far. It ain't that damn far. You know what I'm saying? So they got to shoot them motherfuckers way across that water, but you arming right in their doorstep. You know what I'm saying? You arming right in the motherfucker doorstep. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see why these people is threatening the way that they is and they building up because they really understand that the West got aspirations to push these motherfuckers up into the goddamn North Pole some damn where. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing. If you think they'll stop at Ukraine, they ain't gonna stop at you think if they would take over North Korea, you think they would stop there? You understand what I'm saying? No, they would not stop there. They would try to keep going as far as they can, and what they couldn't take over, militarily, they're gonna use the CIA to infiltrate and and all and don't think that none of these countries wouldn't go to any form of terrorism. You understand what I'm saying? Who you think taught the motherfuckers out here terrorism? They doing it on a much smaller level than what the fuck the bigger nations is doing. You know what I'm saying? And so don't think that they got no morality. That you know what I'm saying? They all got chemical and biological stockpile. And what the fuck would you even be holding it? And and they in there creating and mixing shit all together and shit. And that's what you got floating out here right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got floating out here right now. And that's why we got to understand you can't just run. A lot of people just, they thinking that they can move here and they can move there and this, that, and yeah, no, nigga, you got to remove this this beast from, his ability to destroy this earth. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You just can't run ain't nowhere to run. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, they in there like mad scientists cooking up any and every fucking thing that they could come up with. You know what I'm saying? Mix this disease with that disease and put it out here and shit. And you know what I'm saying? And this is what they're doing. And we know that they're doing it because we didn't document it that they didn't done it, many, many times before. Now, looking at the, what's going on down in South Africa, you understand, with this so-called, this new variant, you know what I'm saying? But we've already known that Dr. Death was down there in South Africa and he was creating a racially designed diseases and shit that they, and our people got to understand this. You know what I'm saying? They got to understand they didn't take that shit off the the drawing board. They still down there and they didn't formulate it. And much of the shit that Dr. Dev was doing, they didn't finalize. They own newer shit. You know what I'm saying? They own newer shit. And there's a reason why they was creating it in the first place. And that reason is still a very threatening reality for those that's down there. It's still a very threatening reality. And so the reason why Dr. Dev was down there, whatever, Wusan, down there creating this shit, is the reality is still existent today. So you think that they won't try and trying and continuing to create this shit? You know what I'm saying? And so the fact is, if you sit on your hands and you don't remove this beast from off the ability to, goddamn, I mean, you just gonna sit in dilemma after motherfucking dilemma after motherfucking dilemma, threatening dilemma after threatening dilemma. And not only is they putting dilemmas on your ass, then here come the restrictions on top of that. I showed y'all where they got all type of concentration camps set up for the peoples out there and shit. And, and they already got many of our people in concentration camps right now. They call them prison systems and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand there's so many realities and so many variables. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to understand Britain opened up the penal system and flooded Australia, flooded America, flooded with, you know what I'm saying? So when you got so many confused niggas behind, and I ain't saying all of them, but you got a lot of confused niggas that's already in concentration camps in the United States called prison. Don't think that they won't open them motherfuckers up and use them as they've always did in any type of upcoming war. You understand what I'm saying? At home or abroad. You understand what I'm saying? And so you got to realize that. You got to realize that and quit sitting on your hand and you think of all possibilities and you create a contingency for that possibility. That's what everybody else do. If it's feasible to happen, it can happen. You understand? If it's feasible to happen and it's a possibility for it to happen, it can happen, and we need to have something in place, a contingency plan in case that thing happen. We got to have one or two or three plans for each contingent, each possibility. That's how these countries is doing, and so I understand that. And so I know that, many of the, sick-minded niggas would be used as, weapons against their own people. They already using them. You know what I'm saying? They already using them. And so the reality is we got to have some form of plan of action, form of nationalistic goals and aspirations. Start, tightening up to what the fuck we intend to do on this planet and get to doing it. Because being in a void of nothingness, doing absolutely fucking nothing, sitting in the gut of this beast, just watching the world, you understand, go up in goddamn smoke, and we ain't got, we have not done nothing in fucking, I don't know how long we've been over here. We damn near in the same predicament than, we was in when we was in probably in a better predicament when we got off the goddamn boat because we knew the run. You know, at least we knew the goddamn run. You motherfuckers don't even run no more. You want to be in the gut of the beast. You wants to be in the gut of the beast. You know, and that's the first honorable thing. If you understand you come from kings and queens, and you understand that you are the God and God is on the planet, it is sacrilegious for you to remain in your oppressor. You understand? Without no form of revolutionary means to remove yourself from out of this motherfucker. You demon. You understand what I'm saying? That's the first thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some form, but we understand also that we mentally is the first place. A lot of motherfuckers is running physically, but mentally they not free. And so they could go anywhere in the world and show up and continue to spread sickness. You understand what I'm saying? And evade the responsibility of removing this Neanderthal out of control, you understand, and being able to destroy this beautiful planet that creation has given us. He don't have no inheritance in the earth. He don't. You understand? When you ain't got no inheritance in the earth, you don't give a fuck about fucking it up. You know, you don't give a fuck about fucking it up. You know, bust a hole in the ocean. Let the oil come up and you know, and fuck the water up and the animals and pollute. Yeah, you got all these goddamn factories and shit. And let the goddamn poison drip out the back and go into the water. You know, just like they did down in Flint, but Flint is everywhere. You understand? We thinking that it's just in Flint. There ain't no goddamn Flint. All this shit up under here is rotten. All these pipes is up under here rotten. You talking about biological and chemical warfare? It's already going on. It's already going on all levels. And so you got you when you look at all of these mass murderers and shit, who the fuck the same minds? They smile and put on all type of, you know, labels and shit, doctor this and senator this and, you know, secretary of defense. You know, these motherfuckers is no different than the sick motherfuckers down here that's going from house to house, serial killer type of motherfuckers. You just don't understand. They just in power. If you look at it, you pull the veil back. They doing all type of shit, you know, sexual deviance with the kids, and these is motherfuckers in power. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't, you know, we letting them feed on the babies. You know what I'm saying? Kidnapping the babies. The brothers ain't banded together to defend their children yet. 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 Ain't did shit yet. And then you wonder why the young gods is out here killing each other the way that they is, because they have not been trained by their fathers, their uncles, and their grandfathers. They running rampant without no program, without no training, without no form of education of who they really are, identity-wise. They destiny of being the liberators of their people, the protectors of their sisters, their mothers, and and all the women of our race. You ain't gave them no goddamn identity. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't got no. If they out here busting you motherfuckers upside y'all goddamn head, it's because y'all did not do your motherfucking job. That's the truth of the matter. You talking about they out here? I wonder why they out here doing the shit that they doing. I wonder why. You know, and then like I say, a lot of people say, oh, you know, their ancestors is blessed. And motherfucker, how the fuck is you blessed? And your baby's out here, and you know, we looking at, you know, on online at these goddamn how these women is coming up missing. You know, these sick ass niggas out here killing their own women and shit with they sick ass. You know what I'm saying? Doing all type of trifling sick shit to the sisters out here. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing a nigga want to do is blame it on the woman. Nigga, every sister out here got a father. And if that nigga would have raised his daughter, you understand what I'm saying? Then you got them in whatever the sisters is out here doing, they wouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because the brother would have trained and would have protected his woman, would have protected his daughter and taught her, you know, what, you know, the morality, you know, that she needed to have to be the upstanding, you know, sister that, you know, she's supposed to be and will in the future be again. And I'm not saying all, but I'm just saying the fallen ones that didn't went astray. a nigga didn't do his goddamn job. If a sister went astray out there or falling for whatever reason, is because her fuck pappy did not do his damn job. Flat out. You not only do you got the grandfather, you got uncles, and you got brothers, and she got a whole system of African manhood that's supposed to be in place, and all of that system is teaching. So when you sit up here and say, and niggas talk about got enough nerve to talk about the sister, but he won't get off his bitch ass and go get his nuts up from off of the white man's fireplace, then that show me. You understand? And that does not condone nothing, but it goes to the source of the motherfucking problem. We can't keep sidelining the goddamn source of the problem. The source of the problem is the fact that the people need freedom. The source of the problem is that the people need liberation, and it's going to come by the hands of the gods. You understand what I'm saying? The kings and the generals and the soldiers out there, that's how it come by. Nigga, don't keep spinning your motherfucking wheels, running from reality. The fact is, nigga, you don't want to look this beast in the eye and confront him about the genocide of your people. Just let's be real about this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Let's be real about this shit. I don't give a fuck what you say, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you say. Go run and hide, come up with a lie. Just go and look in the mirror, tell the goddamn truth, and let's deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? Let's deal with it. I hope these young soldiers out here hear the general. You understand? Don't perpetuate this sick shit. You understand what I'm saying? If you wasn't given your mission, you've been given your mission right now. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody that lied to you, that misled you. You understand? Have not provided you with the proper information. There's some energy going on inside, and you just couldn't put your goddamn finger on it. And I'm here to give you a point of orientation to let you know that there's been a lot of goddamn fuck shit going on in our race that niggas do not want to address, and they done waddled in it for so goddamn long that now, you understand, they doing it to their own people. They won't address it, and now they become the goddamn sole goddamn responsibility why it's going on. Now the white man can say, you know what, man, look at what the fuck y'all doing to y'all self. And the reality is that don't exclude him from doing what he doing, but goddamn, you hoe ass niggas would rather waddle in misery and commit genocide on your own people rather than just stand up and be a man and be honorable and join into this holy war and free our people. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? You understand what I'm saying? So y'all rather live on the plantation. Y'all rather come up with all type of fake ass ideology to not confront. You understand? Not to separate. Y'all love this, got chronic crackatosis. You understand? Acute niggeritis. Y'all niggas got it bad and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the reality. And so now we sitting up here in the gut of this beast, and we about to be, and that's just like Malcolm X say, goddamn it, we sick, boss. That's how y'all niggas think. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers get ready to go to war, the only reason why, I just don't want nothing to fall on my people. That's just the only reason why I'm addressing this. I don't want no motherfucker, I'm not, and so I'm not rooting for no motherfucker, but goddamn, this bitch ass motherfucker in the, up here that's in control of this country is pushing these motherfuckers because, you can understand why they would fight back. You understand what I'm saying? You can understand why they could, but at the same time, you understand that you here. And when the shit pop off and shit, many of these cities that our peoples is living in, and a majority of our peoples is living in, you understand, gonna feel the brunt of that motherfucking destruction. And so when they get ready to go down, many of these motherfuckers going underground. You understand what I'm saying? Many of these motherfuckers is going underground. You know what I'm saying? Many of these motherfuckers is going underground, and your ass ain't got no key to get in any of that goddamn, them underground bunkers or none of that. Okay, and so you keep believing it could go down right now. It could go down today. It could go down tonight. And where are we at? You know what I'm saying? Where are we at? And so I'm thinking about it, very, very, vigorously. You know, I'm thinking about it very, very vigorously, and you should be too. And I'm gonna be coming to the family with some very powerful information. I'm not just gonna tell you, I'm gonna warn your ass. I'm gonna warn you now. I'm gonna warn you now. I'm gonna warn you. And then I'm gonna come with some very powerful solutions. You know what I'm saying? To, you know, how to correct this. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we got to understand that if it go down and there's a all-out attack on our people, then there's nothing else for us to do. There's nothing else. We don't have to say shit. We don't have to, you know what I'm saying? We do whatever we have to do to be victorious. That's just all it is to it. And we have to say that because these are some very sinister times. These are some most sinister times right now. Very foggy, sinister and foggy. You really it's just fog, and it's all type of sinister shit hiding up in the fog. So you got to be, and when you do that, when you see motherfucker, a lot of times you got to sit still. You got to get your spot, get your plan, and move through slowly, not run through slowly, because they looking for you. But if they don't see you because you is being, defensive, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you motherfuckers gonna run right on in. You run right on in the trap, run right on in there. And you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes, and I ain't saying not, but you got to stand still sometimes. Too many of y'all niggas is in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Too many of y'all niggas is in the world. You got to step outside the world. And then that way, when you step outside the world and you take a higher consciousness, you can look down on these motherfuckers and you can see everything that's happening. You can see it clearer. You understand what I'm saying? You can see it clear. But at the end of the day, family, it's a very a serious situation that's going on. And I don't want you to be in fear, because that's another thing that they use in that, that strategy is to put our people in fear. You know what I'm saying? And so that you be scared and, fuck it. Because you know what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Just like, and I was talking to my wife and I say, you know what? Whatever go down need to go down. You know what I'm saying? Because this earth need to be cleansed. You know what I'm saying? We can run from this shit, but where it's at is where it's at. And the possibilities of, and I hate to say it, but this world need to pass. You know what I'm saying? This world need to pass, y'all. And I'm being real with you. This world needs to pass. It don't need is outlived. Is sinister intentions is outlived it. And so motherfuckers is almost like, man, whatever it got to be to let this shit pass on, let it be. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way of getting around where we at. We lay, we didn't lay as African people. And we understand that it was, some heavy, brutality was put on our people. But that don't mean stop fighting. That don't mean stop fighting. They didn't train, they didn't have sent down silly niggas to teach us to stop fighting and to conform and to want to be a part, of this system. You know what I'm saying? And we've given up a lot of energy. That's just like rolling the ball up the hill for it to fall down, roll back down. Many of our ancestors fought hard, man, to get us, further, towards liberation. And we forfeited all that work. We forfeited all that energy. You know what I'm saying? We forfeited all that energy, to come back down here with no aspirations other than lay up in these raggedy ass cities, no economic plan, no nationalistic plan, no destiny of glory, no nothing. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? You didn't lay it in the gut and ain't nothing but toxins and pollutants And so what else is going to come out of that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're not all totally immoral, but what the fuck is going to come out of that when you're not trying to change all, the immoral things that's going on around you every day to the point you just hide and hide and hide. You don't have no offensive in your community to change the fucking immorality. It's too late for some goddamn schools. Nigga, and y'all niggas can go to school all the fuck y'all want to, and I ain't changed. That don't stop me, I ain't saying to, do what the fuck you want to. This world is beyond some motherfucking schools because ain't none of that shit. All them schools and taught the same motherfuckers that got all them bombs, them the same motherfucking schools that you niggas is going to. Okay, and so it didn't taught all that shit ain't taught to liberate the world and have compassion on the earth and the compassion on the people. And so niggas is thinking some goddamn school. We beyond that, family. It's time to cleanse and put that armor on your spirit. I'm about to ready to get up out of here, y'all. Put that on, purify and codify your morality. Okay? Codify. Codify your morality. Codify your mental aspiration. Codify. This is what we want. This is what we're going to get. This is what we got to have to be the glorious people and confront motherfuckers about it all. You understand what I'm saying? Confront motherfuckers. And you're going to have to confront motherfuckers. And when you confront a motherfucker, you know it's always the possibility that it could go down. And let it go down if it must. It need to go down. It should have been went down. You got to quit asking motherfuckers. They not going to liberate you. Then if you look at what's out, if it get any motherfucking worse, I don't know what to say to you niggas out there. Ain't no glory. Don't let nobody sell you a dream. Ain't nothing good going on out there right now. Nothing. Nothing. When you look at, on the, one motherfucker with it, nigga, they coming to your door. So you just get ready, nigga. You whatever you think you got, they knocking on your shit soon too. So you understand? Let it be known. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing that we could say that is good. Now, if we had the movement moving forward, then we got something. The spirit is moving. You know what I'm saying? The energy is moving and glorious things is coming out of that. And so that could be the light of the world, for our people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got and most niggas out there that I see is nothing but imitation European Neanderthals. They got the same system, the same political system, the same religious system. You understand what I'm saying? And so, nigga, you ain't going nowhere neither. We need to shed all of this shit, everything that came with the oppressor. And I mean every last one of them. You got to strip it. You got to purify. You got to detox. And you got to get back with your African ancestors and that original African spirituality. Unlock your DNA. You're not going to unlock your DNA with this fucking garbage that you niggas is out there talking. You ain't going to unlock it when you get back with the African and let them know and get on your knees and say, I'm sorry that I did, I ignored the genocide of my people. I'm sorry, ancestors, could you please forgive me? I'm on the track right now. I'm getting on the right goddamn track, and I'm going to get busy, and I'm going to make up for all the time lost while I was out here walking around like an aimless motherfucking zombie. Period. Get back with the ancestors, first and foremost. Get back, cleanse your mind, get your blueprint together, however you want to roll. But understand, we got to be united. But get you a blueprint saying this is what we must achieve, and we're going to achieve it. And when we put it down, this is what's going to bring us back to the glorious people, as Marcus, the Messiah Garvey said, Messiah Marcus Garvey said, redemption of African people. Redemption. We got to redeem our people. This is what's going to redeem our people. And I'm ready to confront every motherfucker that need to be confronted to bring it to reality. This is the General family. I'm black again at y'all ass again with this real talk. We about to sign off for the day. I'll get back with y'all real soon to update you with just some powerful information. Plug back in the revolution. Plug back in the revolution. Get on your Garvey, get on your Collie, get on your General goddamn Seti, and let's get moving, family. The time is now, not tomorrow, now. The revolution is not coming. It's already here. This is the General Sara, Suten, Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.